You don't see these in ROM hacks often. Back when I did fan subs, at the eye catch, which is the little screen that introduces the commercial, and then when the anime returns from the commercial, we would also say, like, this is a free fan sub. If you paid for it, you got ripped off. I wonder how much of a problem this is with modern ROM hacks. I know back in the day, people used to sell, like, Return to Dinosaur Land carts and shit. You've heard of it happening still. Wow. Like they always say, war never changes. Kaizo Pokemon ROM hack. Oh wait, no, there's a secret exit here. Okay, scrolling works. That's for later. Some shop near Alyssa was doing it. Huh. She's in Pacific Northwest, Portland-ish. Do I remember that right? That was easy. Seattle, okay. Yup. I'm usually fond of rain whenever I, like, don't have to go anywhere through it. But I'm especially fond of rain on the 4th of July in the evening because it makes fireworks not launch. And so we had a nice little rainstorm here that started about an hour ago, which is 11 p.m. local time. So people did their fireworks just a little bit, just a bit. And then the rain started and, oh, you gotta stop. You gotta go home. Fire doesn't work. It never gets too bad in this neighborhood. The place that we lived in before this for a year, and the place that I lived before that for 7 years, it was real bad. People were launching shit like a block away. But this is a civilized neighborhood. So no one's doing it for like several blocks, so it's not that loud. Oh wait, I missed the Limes emote. I feel like when someone posts a ferret VTuber emote and you have a ferret VTuber subscription, you have to post the emote to participate in the culture. What does a big dot mean? Did you know that it is a matter of debate to this day what the big level dot means in vanilla Super Mario World? And the only coherent theory that I've seen, which is unverifiable and unfalsifiable without like interviews by the developers, is that it was a level made by, I guess, made by like someone outside the normal dev team. But maybe it means something here. What's up, Polyhistorian? Thank you for the Limes Awake. Thank you for enriching the culture. Lynn, hello. Thank you. Alright, come on, for old time's sake. It could be patched, I suppose. Yeah, you normally get it by now. I was very briefly jump scared by this background because in both its original source and many a Super Mario World ROM hack, it is foreboding. Eldad, hello. I thought about it and I'm not doing Toad's World boss grind tonight, final boss grind, because I had enough of that yesterday, but we'll return to it probably tomorrow. Thank you for resub, Eldad Steep. Was the final boss of Toad's World 2 also like a nightmare? Is that a tradition they kept in throughout the duology? We got Vanilla Iggy. Nope. Yeah, you don't want to do that because he might get you. He might up sprite you. You'd have to look. No, that's fine. I can check too. I was just curious if you remembered. Because the Toad's World final boss it's a lot. It's like way harder than anything else in that game. Which is something that hacks from that era had a lot of, unfortunately. Did he just like warp? These Koopas with the funny movement patterns are built different. I try not to fuck with them. Even though I think I put one in my hack. Because I needed it for a setup. I don't know why it didn't tell me that in the next level. You son of a bitch. Took you 30 minutes, game overed a few times, no checkpoint before a custom boss. Yeah, that seems like a nightmare. At least by my standards. I would have game overed if I had, you know, finite lives, for sure. Well, that's fine. We're fine. And it was one of those things where I had a real good attempt early on. I think I was missing 2 or 3 hits, but then I fucking died and never got close again. There's a reset pipe. How do you fuck that up badly enough that you need a reset? We'll do this when we get to it. Amazing. Ampersand, hello. Thank you. David, hello. The part of town that I'm in doesn't have them for like several blocks, so it's always chill, relatively speaking, compared to how bad it could be. But tonight it was more chill than usual because starting at 11 p.m. they were washed out by the rainstorm. People in your neck of the woods are like not civilized about that, if I remember right. Like, are you having a bad time right now? Might have to go check if there's a secret exit here after this. Nibble briefly hid in like a hidey hole behind a couch when they were at their closest approach, but then he came out pretty quickly. I think he was more surprised than anything. It was real bad at the place that I've actually lived the longest, except for my parents' house. My parents' current house. To the extent that I like looked for apartments starting, I think, the first or second year that I lived there. Then it chilled out a little bit after that, which is why I stayed there for as long as I did. Where the fuck do they buy them in New York? Good question. Maybe they go to Jersey? Because it's pretty close. That's not a particular type of crime that I know a lot about, because I don't partake, because I don't care for it. Almost did it bad. We're gonna have custom bosses with instructions, like, just in case you don't know. Then he started blasting. Tell Bailey I said hello. Back when fireworks were legal in New York City, and I was a child and I was like interested in it, the whole city went fucking hog wild. I don't know if there's video there, out there on the internet of like just residential neighborhoods in New York City on the 4th of July in like the early to mid 90s, but it was fucking crazy. Like, we lived in an apartment building and we would climb onto our fire escape and just like launch shit off the fire escape, like into the sky, off the side. We lived across the street from my school, which was a public school with a giant yard, and we would just like go into the yard and like just set shit up in the yard and watch it fly off into the sky. People attached this giant like fireworks pinwheel to the side of our apartment building and just lit that shit up. It was completely unhinged in the best way. Yeah, I'm into fireworks a lot less now that I don't participate, because Because it's scary if you're not setting it off and you don't see it being set off, because like you don't know when it's gonna go off and it spooks you. The last time I gave a shit about fireworks was like 10 years ago. It was a family trip to Iceland, and we went to the Reykjavik New Year's Eve fireworks display. It was just like in the town square, and it was very nice. And the atmosphere was very chill, not like big events in New York City where you have to like get in line and stay there for like 6 hours and you can't leave, can't piss, can't eat, can't drink for 6 hours. There were like no cars, you could go whenever you want, it wasn't even too crowded, and the display was excellent. It's not here. We're looking for a secret. Oh, it's probably here. Yeah. I guess if you have a Yoshi, you can swallow the key by accident, and then you need to reset. Shit. I've brought shame to my family. And also missed the yump. Did that level have the Discord call music? Maybe? I think someone else mentioned it earlier, so probably. I'm sure we'll hear it again. I kind of just not pay attention to the music unless it's especially good or egregiously bad for some reason. Just 'cause like playing a bunch of hacks be that way. Do we think there's a secret? I didn't really see anything. Didn't see a silver P-switch to clear out the munchers. There's not really anywhere for another overworld path to take us. Guess I'll check back if my exit count doesn't add up by the end. Yo, it's got the old hack reverb. Love that shit. The old hack reverb plus monkey music. That's a fucking vibe. That is an all-time vibe. Not that this is monkey music, I don't think, but just saying. Secret echoes have a key sign. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I noticed that like way in the beginning, and then I ceased to notice because I'm very vanilla brained. Which one is it this time? Let me... I don't remember any of these except the Iggy. He fast. Oh, he fast. Got a bit of lag there. Goodbye. His people need him. Checkpoint before the boss. Yeah. Someone was here last stream. And the one before that. Are those just nippers? Or are those something different? Not nippers, fuck, don't tell me. It'll come to me. Panzers. Ah, fuck. It's fine. Mythandare, hello. There's no secret exit here, I don't think. Don't need the dragon coin, that's probably in there. You have between this stream and Amethyst. Yeah, you have. Really? Of course, this is the star music. Is there another one nearby? Could be degenerate gamblers and try to get. I know wall clips are here. I've wall clipped before. There we go. We cheated! Yay! Now to just get in here. This fucking block makes this entire maneuver a real pain in the dick. Alright. This was a very low stakes spin jump wall clip. But I don't know if anyone was around for it who's here now, but like my winning run in one of the more difficult levels of Hyper 3, maybe the most difficult level of Hyper 3, I destroyed my means of progress similarly, but it was actually required to go on, and it was like pretty deep into the level, into the castle. But then I remembered I was big and I went for it and I got it, and then I won. Powerful feeling when you cheese your way and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. My firefly was green. Is this a shortcut to another world? Yes, I will get here in due time normally. People are like either gently setting off fireworks in the distance again, or it's some post-storm thunder and I can't tell. There's not going to be capes in this game, is there? I just kind of got that feeling. Just fine. No capes in Toad's World either. I have a vague recollection of someone asking Himari or Anikitty why they didn't put either Cape or Yoshi into some hack of theirs. Because I think it's Hyper 6 that has no Yoshi, and Luigi's Adventure, the OG version, that has no cape. And anyway, someone asked them about one of those things, and they responded like, yeah, I don't want people breaking the game in that way. Which, if it was Hyper 6, then did Himari know about orb setup? I don't know my vanilla tasks and running history that far back to know if like that was a thing back then. Imagine orbing, imagine orbing that which can eternal die. Made myself laugh thinking about it. Yoshi would have been kind of convenient for this level. If there were a secret in this level, which there isn't, it would probably be in there. Alright, come on. Settle down. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I don't need the advice. That's like a very nerfed version of the wizard from Toad's World. I have no idea if it's the same sprite. A man who spent an hour trying to beat the final boss of Toad's World, getting a lot of Toad's World final boss energy from this boss. Okay, real talk. You know who that Ludwig sprite reminds me of? Do y'all know what noted Toto guitar player Steve Lukather looks like these days when he stopped coloring his hair? Big Ludwig von Koopa energy. Oh, I almost did it bad. Yeah. Wait, was this Switch Palace the one with the Discord call music? Okay, let's see. No. Yup. Also, while we're on the subject of Steve Lukather, motherfucker is good. His playing was like better in his 50s and early 60s than when he was like in his 20s, which is unusual, like in a good way. What's up, Jesus? Most people I listen to, like, get good before they start their band, or maybe, like, during the first few albums, and then just kind of coast on that, or worse, just, like, get lazy. Cough. Kirk Hammett. Cough. Not fucking Steve Lukather, though. He was like already really good and had a bunch of session and backing band experience under his belt, but just fucking kept getting better while he was in Totem. What does this do? Okay. Oh, this is the one. That's very close to being a death. If it had stunned me for like even slightly longer. Oh no, it is. You just die. I don't know what happened last time. Maybe I got off screen so they stopped spawning shit. I've encountered this once a long time ago in a hack that Atari and I moderated. This isn't like rejection worthy, but I don't know that it's intended, and I'll probably note for it to be fixed, since it's a pretty unpleasant thing to have to deal with. I actually need to like pay attention in this level. good. Pigeon, hello. Who has a fellow Boris on their guitar? What? Who? Metallica ain't got no Boris. I was very tempted by this power-up block, and I will continue to try to get it since it's right after the checkpoint. Hammett has a Boris Karloff guitar. I know who Boris Karloff is. What is his relationship with Kirk Hammett's guitar? Is that like... I know it's not a brand, right? Is it like a model? I don't know what Hammett plays, what brand Hammett plays. Have I ever recovered an internal external hard drive before? Yes. I've written my own file recovery tools. After, during my earlier and less experienced system administration days, I accidentally wiped out a customer's data and last few months of backups. Just a paint job, okay. Yeah, I didn't think Boris Karloff had a side hustle as a guitar manufacturer. Only 5 spinned for 5 seconds. I don't understand that sentence. Anyway, if you have a hard drive which won't spin up... Oh, what's this? Oh, I've been here before. This is a shortcut backwards. Okay. Also, hey, there's an exit count in the bottom right-hand corner. Put that shit in the fridge for a while, then see if it works a little better. If that doesn't work, I swear it's real. You hold the hard drive up about 6 to 12 inches over like a hard surface like a desk or a hardwood floor, flat, just drop it. It has a decent probability of knocking the loose components into place. Both of those mechanisms have allowed me to recover some data off a crashed hard drive in the past. Otherwise, you're gonna just have to pay someone like, I don't know, $1,000 or $2,000 to take the platters out and put them like into a motor that works, so you can get your data. Have I taken a hard drive apart? Yes, but not for purposes of putting it back together. Just as an art piece. they do. Okay, honestly, mechanical hard drives are a fucking marvel of modern engineering. So there's like terabytes on there. And there's a fucking mechanical head, which you can ask to get a piece of data, and it will go, and it will read it out of the fucking trillions of bits on this magnetic platter. It will go and get it for you in like 10 milliseconds, no problem. That's fucking crazy, if you think about it. That to me is much more impressive than SSDs. Actually, one thing I did learn while taking apart hard drives in college was, I had a bunch of old SCSI drives because they were very reliable. And there's nothing inherent to a SCSI interface that would make a drive more reliable than an ATA one, because it's just a data transfer interface. It does not dictate the internals of the drive. However, by virtue of the fact that the target audience for the SCSI market was people who like cared more about hard drive longevity, those shits were built better. Like, for every one screw that would hold something together in an ATA hard drive, like, you'd have 2 screws in a SCSI hard drive. Oh, okay. But it doesn't fuck. Very well put. Oh, hello, Invincible Fugumanon. This is of minor concern. Okay. I had some cheetahs too. Seagate made these drives called cheetahs. I don't know if other manufacturers also had similar things. But a cheetah spun at... There were 2 models. There was the 10,000 RPM one and the 15,000 RPM one. And that's so that you could have lower seek times for a mechanical hard drive. The shit people did to lower seek times in the mechanical hard drive days. The little hard drive bay that I had those in sounded like a fucking jet engine when you booted the machine up. Yo, what's up, Kess? Nice, yeah, so you know. Memories of Amethysts, Luigi's Adventures, playthroughs, Steel Drum Aquarius. Oh, we get to see if the bonus game works. This appears to be an unmodified bonus game, with the exception of the palette. Bully Mario, I think you and your family need to internalize the lesson of data storage, which is you cannot entrust data integrity to a single device. Like, it doesn't matter how good the brand or the model is. If your data is on a solitary device, its destiny is to be lost. Gotta have it on at least 2 devices. Did I collect the dragon coin without noticing because I also took damage getting up here? That was a big not worth it. Whoa, they lunge at you? He's got a lunge at you attack? I applaud Amethyst for following her dreams, but at the same time, if I was put into a situation where I had a fucking MBA telling me to use large language models in my profession, I would fucking kill them than myself. Crab. Yep, raid and backups have different failure modes. The accidentally deleting a file or formatting a file system is one thing that raid doesn't protect you against. Which I fell victim to at least once. Disheartening to see randos align trusting cloud code with their lives. Yes, at the same time, I love to see like real-time Darwin Award in the digital age type of moments. Okay, so this is the first, maybe the second level, where I need to like actually pay attention to what's going on. I think crab can be killed with this shell, right? Yes, we will do that. We will kill the crab with the shell. Raid is like one of my favorite computing innovations. I can nerd about it all day. Is there a secret in this level, and is it this? It's a something. Okay, sick. This goes backwards. I've been there before. Okay, now we just go right and beat the level. Fire kills crab, probably. Yeah. Does crab respawn? Yeah, what's up, Kev? Thank you. Another data integrity lesson, which is... It's specific to both RAID and backups, I guess. When you're building redundancy into your storage system, you don't want all the disks to be the same make and model, because if there's a bad manufacturing batch, or the thing just sucks like altogether regardless of the manufacturing batch, it's gonna fail at the same time with higher likelihood than it otherwise would. And I learned this lesson vicariously when a friend of mine was building a new ZFS system several years ago. He told me about how he bought like 6 Western Digital something or other hard drives because he got a good deal on them. And I was like, this problem until then had been theoretical for me, but I already knew not to do that, but I had never got fucked by it, and I never saw anyone get fucked by it. And sure enough, several months later, we're catching up, and he complains to me about how 3 of those disks failed at the same time and his data was gone. Okay, there's lightning falling from the sky, that's fine. But it's only in fixed places, and maybe only these clouds. It's probably only these clouds. Oh, the game is lagging a little bit. You don't want to interact with the shell? Okay. Can you go on cloud? You can. This seems like maybe a secret. Nope. I think this song was maybe used in Plumber for All Seasons, no? I'm pretty sure it was. I recall another good raid anecdote. This was at my previous job, so this was a long time ago now. Circa 2013, I was in charge of hiring people. And part of my, like, question set is have people describe to me the various raid formats that they know about. and the performance and reliability characteristics. And I just go like 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, skip 2, skip 4. Actually, those are like not really used in the world. Anyway, so I get to raid 1 with this guy, and I'm like, you know, what are the reliability characteristics of a RAID 1 array as you add disks to it? Like, what is the relationship between reliability and the disks? And he could answer for the 2-disk case, and he couldn't answer for like the generic case of, oh, you know, how many disks can you lose in a 3-disk RAID 1 array before your data goes away? The answer being like n-1. And he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that you can have an arbitrary number of disks in a RAID 1 array. And for like 15 minutes, I must have sat there and tried like to formulate the question in different ways to get an answer out of him. And it turns out that the reason he couldn't is because he had a career of like using vendor devices and just like reading the manuals and getting the vendor on the phone when he was confused about something. It was not part of this man's job function to like understand the underlying theory of operation behind anything under his purview. And because he had only used, you know, 3-ware, Adaptec, whatever, hardware RAID controllers his whole life that only allowed 2-disk RAID 1 arrays, he just could not wrap his head around the general case. And before all this, before the interview, the HR lady of the company would give me like their short form answers to look over before I got to like the long interview. And one time she accidentally showed me the part of the resume where they listed the places they'd worked for and previous salaries that they were paid. I might die to this, boss. But the story is more important. And I accidentally saw this guy's employment and salary history. And so this was in, you know, 2013 or so. And I would see like, oh yeah, you know, 2004, some big bank, $100,000 a year. A few years later, different big bank, you know, $120,000 a year. Like 2007, some other big bank, $140,000 a year. 2008, which is, you know, the financial crisis, got fired from all those. Got fired from the last big bank, which was paying him $140,000 a year. So it was apparently a very low bar, is what I'm getting at, to being employed in the computer field before the financial crisis. You literally just like call people on the phone and ask them how to add a second disk to their RAID 1 hardware controller. What are the odds he's now an LLM shilling manager? Quite high, I would say, in my estimation. Anyway, needless to say, that man did not get the job that he interviewed for with me. Okay, and now I shut up and I try to beat this Wendy boss. Bro, what? Like, it's cool that there's a checkpoint here, but also, can we just... One. Two. He just... She just popped up and fucking got me. Man. More than half the hacks I've played lately have some shit like this, like either at the end or just somewhere. And I wish I could have like just this not happen to me for a while. You ever wish where shit would just not happen to you for a while? Know what I'm saying? That's 3. That's gonna be more than 3. Good. There was also an inverse correlation between how well-dressed someone was when they came to interview versus how well they did. And not everyone who did well was like dressed like a schlub. Like the guy I eventually hired to replace me when I was leaving just wore like pants and a dress shirt. But like the worst people all wore suits to that interview. Two, 3, 4. Can I even hurt her in this phase? Fuck! Hello, Vetch. I'm not telling you not to wear a suit, I'm merely stating an observation. I would not have held their suit against them if they had, like, demonstrated that they spent time learning the material instead of dressing themselves in the morning. I don't think you can even hurt her in this phase. Oh, you can. It just sucks. This is a shit run. At that job, in the employee manual, it did say, like, dress kinda reasonable. Like, there were euphemisms for it. It said some shit like, oh, you know, you're gonna be interacting with customers, so make sure you represent the company in a good light. And so that was euphemistic, and what that meant is like, don't wear shorts to the office. I didn't know that. So one day I wore shorts to the office because it was like in the middle of the summer. And then I go into my boss's office for something and he says like, what the fuck are you wearing? Not that that would deter me in the future. I had reached a position in the company where I would not be fired or in any other trouble for wearing shorts to the office. Okay. So, interesting thing about this hack. The infinite lives patch that I use is very simple, and it has two components. One of them is it starts you out with 99, and the other one is it zeroes out the part of the code in the ROM that decrements your life counter when you die. The second part of that, the code is somewhere else in this hack, so it doesn't do that. So I just made it start me with 99 lives, and the fact that I can save at will means we're effectively game over proof. As long as I remember to do that if I'm running low on lives. Oh. City Field. Oh hey, that's the baseball stadium that we have in Queens. Pretty sure it's in Queens. Never seen a Major League Baseball game. Yo, I can go into presumably strangers' houses. Wait, what do you do about this? This is a door. You can't carry sprites through it. And there's no capes in this game. How do you get this aside from doing what I just did? That can't be intended. Chuck escort, yes. Let's go Mets, baby. Love the Mets. channeling VIP Mario here. I die. I never really cared about following professional sports too much, with the brief exception of my interest in the Knicks this season because of Shove the Chan, because we went to Game 4. But it was hard to avoid New York baseball when I was in high school, because it was like a bunch of 2,500 actually high school aged dudes in New York City, and many of them give a shit about baseball. And I could get myself into trouble if I say, like, fuck the Yankees or fuck the Mets. So I didn't care. But one year, whichever year it was that the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the New York Yankees, people were fuming. I remember this one guy saying, like, he can't comprehend how a team that didn't exist when he started high school beat the New York institution, the generational institution that was the Yankees. Do the bombs blow up the blocks, or what's going on here? How do? Yes. Ow. 2001. Yeah, I started high school in 98. So if you think about it, that guy had 2 9/11s in that year. Now. It's a spicy dragon coin. These worlds go by quick. I think there's 10 of them in this game. Guess that's why they're short. I should stop that. I should land on the platform or the block. We did it. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. Fell in the purple. The purple calls to me. Something about this level. Gotta take it slow. The purple will get you. Okay. Oh. It's kind of fast toxic tower, actually. I'm sure it's perfectly chill. Keep doubling back. Aw, oh, fuck. Juke me out. That was way easier than the Wendy. Yeah, what's up, babe? Okay, and we're starting to get to the worlds that we unlocked shortcuts to earlier. They shoot hammers. Let's fucking eat them before they do that. They shoot hammers. Oh, I don't know about that one. Okay, there's a large delay at least, as there is with the pollen. That's my in. First one in the game, in World 8? Huh. I didn't think we were gonna see any. Now we won't. I do believe that is all the Koopalings. Only 7 of them. So we got World 8 and 9, which are presumably non-Koopalings, or maybe different Koopalings, or maybe the same ones. Who the fuck knows? And then whatever the final world has is the final boss. Wait, were there sticky coins here? Didn't notice. Not that it matters, because I got my horse. It matters now, I lost my horse. Can you do the sticky while you're ducking? I like that. It's very funny. Have I got all the switch palaces? I don't think I've seen the red switch. Perhaps it will be somewhere here. Ow. I was waiting for this fucker to come back. Alright, Invictus for babies. Storks for babies. Why are all the capes in the sewer world? Capes aren't piss. Capes are great. Oh wait. No, it's water. It's fine. Why was I scared? It's hard to tell that it's water. Thought Invictus was Storks for babies. It's like Storks for teens. I don't know what a Storks for babies will be. I guess Storks is already like Hyper 6 on Luigi's Adventure, OSC the Lost Levels for adolescents. Ow. Insanit made a bunch of Storks tributes. I vaguely recall that. I don't think I've played any of them. I pretty much burned out on Kaizo the year I beat Storks. I wonder why. Storks and Apes and Crocodiles is the full name of it, yeah. It was, at the time of its release, one of the more difficult and feared ROM hacks. That's so sad. That was probably the last jump of the level. I don't need this power for anything. Main risk of death is to a pit, as we've just seen. I spent 125 hours over like 9 months beating it between 2018 and 2019. And then a month or two after I beat it, I felt very powerful. I had certainly become more powerful. And so I decided to just like take on the big bad at the time. Is a fucking sky tree in my standard intermediate hack? Maybe not. I don't know if I'm racing anything. And the big bad was a single level called Pipe Dream from an upcoming hack called Hacker's Dreams. And that took me 42 hours because it was the big bad of the day. And I had become much more powerful, but what I didn't know at the time is that I was all out of the Kaizo juice. I had never done a Kaizo grind after Pipe Dream. As it turns out, that was it for me. Waterfall jumps, please. Resnor's castle. That's who we get after the Koopalings, apparently. That's alright, I got the checkpoint. I have a gentle itch to play Super Refund World. And the reason is, I felt it did not get its due exposure. After Arobam worked on it as hard as he did, making it fucked up, and in the spirit of its predecessor. I actually couldn't tell you a single person who beat it or streamed it beyond the first few levels. And it's very likely that that itch might go away not long after I start it, but I might crack it open and see if I can like clear even a few obstacles in the first level at some point. Oh, he's Angie. My cape. Primarily, I believe it was Really Neat Gimmicks, which was released either right before or right after, and everyone just gravitated towards that one. And it's not undeserved. It's that people like just neglected to fucking Buzzy Beetles. Neglected to come back to Super Refund World after they just about everyone gave up on Really Neat Gimmicks. I'm not gonna say beat after almost everyone gave up on Really Neat Gimmicks. Super Refund World is the kind of hack that Arobam lovingly built to fuck people over while their online audience laughs at them and posts Keck W, streamer died to the unforeseen. Nice block. I saw it coming. I had no excuse. I was just hasty. Yeah, I guess we can just skip it. That's fine. Alright, looks like there might be a red switch in this world after all. I know Shovda's supposed to play it as part of some incentive from a long time ago, but like, she's been understandably putting it off because I think she beat a couple of levels of it and it was rough, as is its design. Get in the Super Refund World, Shovda or BeeKaay will have to do it again. That's probably the secret. Okay, check this out. We're gonna do this without taking any damage. Got him. Distracted by horse flying, yeah. There it is, the red switch. I'm gonna get fire so that I have a better chance of getting the yump. Shit. Deeply resonate with the roundness of the mini rhino. They do be friend-shaped. What's up, Glum? Yeah, go in the fucking pit. Speaking of storks. What's up, Spree? I didn't do that right. Dying to a parabeetle ride? What is this? Storks level 3? It's catching up. You can do it, little guy. So when you get the jump off the switch palace switch, that's a 1-frame trick. That's called a yump. And a nump is short for not yump. That's when you don't get a yump. So yump good, nump bad. Autumn Ghost House. Okay. But can I... No, I can't do shit, okay. Whoa. I didn't sign up for that. Didn't sign up for the big bounce. Oh. Not going in that pipe. is not safe. Okay, but can you kill him with the stick? No, see ya. His people need him. This is not okay. All right, bye. No, wow, slide proof. Like the Angry Sun and the Fish and Boo in Hyper 6 World 8. Fucked up. Fucked up and thorough. Yeah, we got the leaf platforming. And inexplicable amounts of lag. Huh. All right. 62 exits out of 70. Alright, this might be a one stream hack. Assuming the ending doesn't turn into, you know, Toad's World ass ending. Well, got the checkpoint. Oh, what's up, Tony? Thank you for luck. Alright. I want to be surprised. What do we got? Uh-oh. If this takes too many hits, it's, yeah, it's moderately luck-based. We'll see. We'll see about the hit count. Because this one has a tendency to do that. to do this, and you can't really get away from it. Yeah, I might die, through no fault of my own. No, got lucky. And it has a small enough amount of hits. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we finish game, probably, maybe. Hello. Worth a shot. Huh, wasn't kidding. Can't do shit to them. At least they consistently bounce high, so you can kind of go under. Ah, yes. Obligatory lava raft ride. Lava raft ride. Bit of a tongue twister. Oh. That was almost very nearly bad. I think I despawned the raft anyway. Good troll would have been for that thing to go up and fucking kill me. That would have been funny, haha. This goes back, right? I think we're out of content in this world as far as exit count goes. Yeah, that loops around over there. Okay. Chat, is this a good idea? Nope, it wasn't. We're learning. What you're supposed to do is, yeah, that. Okay. We're gonna be a few exits short, I think, right? 67, 68, 69. Haha, funny number. Did I miss exits? Shit. Did I miss exits earlier in the game? Maybe one of those ghost houses did have a secret. Yep, very straightforward with the slight exception of the windy balls. Oh no, I think we're good on exit count actually, assuming the final castle counts as one. I didn't see there was a little extra bit Another exit on the way to the final castle. Does this just track you? No. Ain't got no time for collecting power-ups. There's shit falling from the sky. Ow. Well, better that than the pit. Uh-oh. Tank. These do immediate psychological damage to me regardless of difficulty because I thought I was clever in Super Mario Bros. 3 All-Stars and I would get the double whistle and warp straight to World 8 and then just get obliterated by the tank. Or the boat. As it turns out, for a first playthrough as a child, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna beat the game. Okay. Yeah, no, shit is fucked up over there. Alright, what do we got? Don't run on red ropes. Okay. Try to remember that. It's hard for me to do. It's so built in. My mind knew, but my fingers was on the button. You never realize how much you love running in Mario until you can't do it. Let me tell you. These are spicy jumps if you can't run. Little gauntlet as a treat. Carelessness. Holding jump might give a little bit of slack on these ropes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're past them at least. Got me. Okay. Yo, multi-checkpoint level. I love modern science. Oh! That's cool, because there was a checkpoint. I would have been upset if there were not a checkpoint there. Uh-huh. Yup. Lime's noted. You'll have to ask the author. I didn't put it there. To hurt Bowser, throw the Goombas that come from the pipe at him. Beware of his hammers and fireballs. I wonder which sprite we're gonna get. I wonder which sprite we're gonna get. I don't know that I've dealt with this one. Oh, it got him. Did the wall push it? Watch out for the hammers indeed, Jesus Christ. Oh, at least there's a checkpoint before this, I suppose. No. Go that way. That's like the complete opposite of the fucking wizard in Toad's World. Oh my god. First try, and there's a checkpoint. Okay. Yeah, we get back to that tomorrow. I've decided I'm gonna try to grind it out since I got close once. I did want a nice break in between though. Yay. Love to see the Mario players suffer. As do I. Alright, there's our 70th exit. Star 70. It's nice that it tells you without having you to reset and do a file check. Yes. Very good. That is it for me for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow probably. Have a good night.